All right, Cubs fans, we are live, even though our Cubbies are not. They are in rain delay, and we are here for episode 2 of the Blue Boys Baseball Club. What's going on, man?
Oh, I'm excited to see Mr. Not So Little on the bump tonight for a little bit, Maybe he gets us a couple innings. I know he had a decent little showing last night. With
Yeah.
the Rockies saw him for like an inning last night. Is that what he made it through?
Yeah, I think it was just an inning.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see how he starts out tonight. A little nervous that they got to look at him, but I was just kind of listening to the Rockies broadcast prior and talking about all the things that the Rockies need to do in order to avoid what was occurring last night and the day before. I'm not sure that any of that can be avoided.
Yeah. It's like if you're coming out of spring training and the fundamentals are as poor as they are, first full spring training in like 4 years. If you can't lock stuff down after that, it's going to be a long season. It's going to be a damn long season.
Something I don't want to get lost actually is, I know there's not a lot to celebrate if you're the Rockies right now, but I think one of the things that is maybe important to note is Dakota Hudson actually had a pretty decent showing for them the other day.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a bright spot. Obviously if the rest of their pitching isn't going to step up to the plate, maybe that's great. But interesting to Marty McBride game is delayed. Looks like first pitch is in about 17 minutes is what broadcast was saying. But yeah, no, Dakota Hudson had a pretty decent showing and seemed to frustrate the bats a little bit, at least on the Cubs side. So not all is good for the Cubs in this series. 2 wins is great, but there was a little bit of frustration there when Dakota was pitching. So worth noting.
Yeah. What do we say to Marty? We think it's a 7:00 start.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Central.
There we go. So, yeah, I think that's important to note too. I think that's an interesting thing to point out with Dakota Hudson. A guy that came from the Cardinals organization. I don't remember like what his prospect status was. If he was, he was involved in the Arenado deal. Him, Eliuris, Montero,
and Gomber,
and Gomber. Yeah. So I think that there was excitement. Obviously the Rockies front office is a little dysfunctional. But yeah, I think Hudson had a little bit to show before he got traded to the Rockies. Sinker baller, as we talked about a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
That's probably the key to success in Coors Field for a Rockies team.
Mm-hmm.
At the game, it felt like it was difficult for them to get something started. So worth noting that. Sorry, I just got the Colorado versus Chicago about to start pitching. Quantrill versus Little. It is worth noting that the Cubs won that game on the back of that Nolan Jones error. Yes, we added 2 more runs late, but that was the momentum builder. That was a big momentum shift in that game, and I think, I don't know. I feel like it's been kind of overlooked these last couple of days. But I think I'll stop myself and let you respond after this. The important thing is that they took advantage of that mistake and didn't let up on the gas.
Yes, that's been the biggest thing. I understand that that's, good teams should do that, but there's been plenty of times in recent years where the Cubs have taken advantage of an error and then just given it right back.
Totally.
And that didn't occur this time around. They took advantage of an error and then just kept going about business as usual. There wasn't any faulting, no faltering, nothing off the walls that uh, made me super concerned about how the rest of that game was going to go. Um, it does make me look. Good pitching is going to get theirs. Like a good pitcher is a good pitcher.
Totally. Totally.
And Dakota was a first round pick by the Cardinals. I think it was either 2016 or 2017. But he was a first round pick by the Cardinals. Obviously he was enough of a prize to be given up in the Arenado deal. So, if you got it, you got it.
Yeah. And at that time, I mean, think about other pitchers that the Cardinals have given up in the past.
Right.
Zach Gallen obviously being the big one. Was Alcantara? Hang on. Who's the other big one? I think it was Alcantara. Am I right? Yeah. Sandy Alcantara.
Yep.
And even this is not correct. No, Luzardo was drafted by the A's. I feel like I'm still missing one, but like that's kind of the frustration being a Cubs fan, right? With the Cardinals is that they can trade away all this talent and still find a way to be competitive. They still, pick out guys from nowhere. Like the big one in the last few years for me has been Brendan Donovan. Like, where did that dude come from?
Yeah, why does it always feel like all of our division rivals, notably the Cubs and hey Justin, thanks for the love.
I want a quick shout out our boy Justin. Thanks for joining us, dude. We'll have you on. We'll have you on one of these streams. We'll get that organized. We're still trying to figure out how we're going to organize things going forward, but kind of winging it.
I mean, that's the best part about doing something like this is, you just leave it a little casual.
Yeah.
I guess that's where I'm, man, that's such a frustrating thing to me is why does it seem like every division of the Cubs seems to be able to produce a player or two out of nowhere. And then that person becomes a thorn in our side. To kind of round out the Dakota chat, something I would like to see the Cubs do this year is break through on good pitchers every so often. One of the things that was such a big pain in the butt last year and what ended up costing them down the line too, like I think back to the Diamondback series where, the Diamondback pitchers, great staff, good pitching will get theirs. Sometimes you just run into a buzzsaw, but every once in a while you should be able to derail the buzzsaw.
Totally.
And that's just something that the Cubs could not do last year or the year before. And it was so frustrating. And I would like to see that approach maybe change this year, especially, some of the early rounds on Twitter this morning that you and I were making about Morel and his chase rate. Like maybe different batting approaches that Counsell brings to different players at any given time, helps to break through getting to good pitchers. I'm so tired of teams always getting to our good pitchers, and I would like to see the Cubs get to good pitchers on other teams.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think that's been a big gripe of mine is, I mean, we talk about lack of consistent offense. That's the big thing. I mean, so I'm filling. I keep looking down because I'm filling out my homemade scorecard.
You keeping score tonight?
Yeah. I'm locked in, baby. I'm locked in. It's fun. It's fun to do this. But looking at this lineup, you feel like this is a lineup that should be able to handle solid pitching.
Totally.
One of the pain points for the Cubs in the past has been the lack of contact when they need it. specifically with the last core. I hate calling it a core, but just for ease of reference. But Hap can get on base, obviously. Seiya's got an incredible eye at the plate. We'll get into that if he gets rung up on a BS call tonight. Obviously, Belly with that new 2-strike approach. Morel, like you just brought up, our buddy Brendan with CHGO pointed out the specific metrics. It was his his swing rate and his chase rate. I think those were the two metrics, but his chase rate was like 8th in the league or like 3rd in the league. I'm forgetting the exact numbers, but top 10 in the league. And if we can see that stabilize, that's huge to have that for Morel in the 4-hole. But up and down the lineup, you've got guys who are making contact and putting the ball in play. That's what we wanted Nico Horner to be. I think that's what Nico is going to continue to be for us. Right. And I think the same can be said for Michael Busch. Like, I think he's had some bad batted ball luck. And then obviously, rounding out the lineup, I didn't go in order here, but rounding out the lineup, we talked about Tauchman last night, and he's just a professional at bat every time up there.
Yeah.
And Miguel Amaya. I'm glad Miguel Amaya is getting another start, back-to-back starts here in 2 days. And we'll see. I think Counsell, again, we talked about this last night, but I think that Counsell is really going to give a long leash to these young guys and do his best to show, like, hey, I believe in you, prove it to me, instead of being so wishy-washy like we've seen with Ross over the last few seasons.
Yeah. Brendan, the stats Brendan threw out there today was, Morel's chase rate right now in 22 plate appearances is 3.2%. That's second best.
Infinitesimally small.
Right. And then his contact rate, which, I think this is what you were going with, 89.5, which is eighth best in MLB. Like, man, like, the sample size is so small, but those are such glaring things to, like, keep an eye on. All of a sudden you're like, oh, and this circles back to the conversation we had. Is this proper development? Is this proper coaching? Is this getting the best out of your players? To where for a farm system and a lineup that doesn't scream massive star power at all times to us, does this shift that all of a sudden where you're like, oh, well, they're being told to approach their game a little bit differently, and now they're a star?
Yeah.
To me, that's
that could be the Counsell X factor. Like, it totally could. And I just to give listeners a perspective. So this I'm looking at RotoWire instead of Baseball Savant, but it has Morel's contact rate actually listed at 95.2, which is like almost 100% of the swings that you take, you're making contact with the baseball at the major league level. Obviously that's not sustainable. But to give folks a reference point, last year Morel's contact rate, because I recently did this to try to figure out, like, okay, what's a good contact rate? So Morel's contact rate last year was 65.7%. That is bad. That's decidedly bad.
Yeah.
Anything in like the low 70s, I don't know how to find league average, but anything in kind of like the low to mid 70s, I believe, is about league average. Anything above 75% is a really good contact rate. So if anybody's watching and can correct me on that, please do so in the comments. But yeah, I expect his contact rate to drop, obviously.
Oh, absolutely.
But if he can keep it, if it drops 20 points and he becomes a league average contact rate, or maybe slightly above league average contact rate, we're going to see a huge season from Morel, and he's going to prove both of us wrong, because he was our bust pick on dingers, right?
Well, he was, but you and I also approached it from the same mentality.
We explained
on the
why
podcast. We were like, the expectations are so high from him, for him this year, and defensively, you and I are so far correct.
Yeah,
Like,
unfortunately.
I don't want to stay correct. I
Yeah.
hope I hope a lot of it is just nerves. Maybe he, maybe it's just him finally being given the leash that you referenced. Last year we have someone like David Ross saying, like, I don't know where we're going to find at bats for him. Dude, what are you talking about? He's been a
Yeah.
huge contributing factor in almost every game so far that he's played this season, and yeah, it's a 5-game sample size, but what are we, you know, all of a sudden you're learning how often Ross was wrong. I mean, even when he came up last year, when Ross called him up, uh, I mean, he made an impact. He was important. There were things that he did that just weren't happening prior, and
Yeah.
maybe it is some jitters. Maybe it is just still trying to find his footing a little bit, but um, everything we see from him, in terms of in terms of a hitting aspect, everything we see from him is truly just there's flashes of an overly elite bat there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I
the
mean,
swings, the homers are effortless. Just
yeah. Yeah. I, I think you wonder how the, how do I want to phrase this? You wonder how the lack of confidence in him, you wonder how Ross's lack of confidence in Morel last year affected Morel on the field.
big time.
Because, like, right? Because, and clearly he is a very positive guy. Like I mean, it's easy to see. But at the same time, we all know the story about Wilson teaching him how to take those deep breaths at the plate. So baseball's a mental game. He got in his head a little bit, like any player is going to, and that lack of trust and confidence from Ross definitely weighed on him. The fact that from the get go last season, he didn't have the manager's confidence. Now it's completely flipped 180, and he has Counsell saying, no, this, like, from the minute Counsell set foot in the door, he was saying that we have to figure out how to get Morel in the lineup every day. So now
Right.
Morel's making this mental adjustment of, whoa, okay, I went from no one really, or like the guy that needs to believe in me, not believing in me, so that the stakes were really low.
Mhm.
Now the stakes are high, and you wonder if that's playing on him mentally in a completely different way when he's out in the field. Like, clearly, we know and he knows that he can get it done at the plate, but the problem, the baseline conversation all along has been, what can he do in the field?
Right.
And so the confidence of plate, like, he's taking that from Counsell, and I think that he's running with it. And now I think maybe speculation, obviously, it's not like I'm texting Christopher Morel. That'd be sick. Morel, hit me up. Like, in the field, especially playing the hot corner, man. Like, that's
Yeah.
like that rocket that Bryant hit against him at the home opener. That play should have been made, and I'm sure he would say that it should have been made. Maybe he was quoted.
Totally.
I haven't seen any. I didn't watch the post game presser. Yeah, I hope. This is the 7th game of the season, 6th game of the season,
Sixth. Yeah.
6th. So I hope by the end of April we see at least a palatable glove from Morel at third base.
Totally.
And they're just reassuring him behind the scenes, like, dude, you got this. Just reps. Don't
Yeah.
think, just do. Because he's clearly thinking right now.
Yeah. I feel like he's pressing. I feel like that's
Totally.
like he knows that the expectation is for him to be that hot corner player. Ooh, that was nice. Luke, not so little. I feel like the expectation there is like, dude, yeah, we want you to be the everyday player there, but we want you to do it and not have to like psych yourself into it.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. I feel like he's pressing. I feel like he's maybe in his own head a little bit. because 50% of his game is there. Like
Right. I mean,
we got 50% of his game.
Yeah, and some fans may argue the more important part of the game. I don't know if they're both equally important, but hey, in terms of what you like to watch,
right?
Of course, MLB TV is not loading for me right now. That's pretty sick.
Well, Luke Little is smuggling hams. He's smuggling hams.
Big boy.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Had a nice little comebacker that he tossed a first for a ground out. So
I totally missed that Kansas City and Baltimore finally started after a super long delay.
Right. Speaking of Kansas City, what do we think in the Nashville Royals, the New Orleans Royals?
Wait, does it come out that they're going to be relocated?
Well, so
I missed that. As plugged in as online as I am.
I don't think I mean, obviously I don't think it'll happen, but the Chiefs and I think the Royals asked for like some public funding for their stadiums, and residents of Kansas City voted it down. So no public
rightly
funding
so.
Rightly so. Like, you know, I've seen a lot of like seen a couple things of people online going like, well, you know, the Chiefs just won you 2 Super Bowls. My mic came off its stand. You know, the Chiefs just won you 3 Super Bowls in 5 years. Why would you do this? You know? And it's like, well, they're not just deserving of it just because they won 3 Super Bowls in 5 years. Like,
if anything, that's an argument that they've got the money. Like, they've got the fan support.
Yeah, the Hunt family has that money. Let the Hunt family pay for it. We're not talking about the McCaskies.
My buddy Jake, in the Twitch comments, we are on Twitch. I bet the Cubs -1.5 tonight. Let's go. I
like it.
That's gotta be a sure cover.
I like it.
That's a good bet. Hirsch.
I'm sorry, he's Jake on Twitch, but there's only one Jake in my life, and I'm sitting with him right now. So
I'm just assuming that I've never met him in person. We're just like I've never met you in person.
No.
That will change. For the viewers, we have not met in person. But July 27th, is that when you're in Des Moines?
Yeah.
Why are you in Des Moines? Let the people know.
I'll be singing the anthem at the Iowa Cubs game.
There we go, baby.
Yeah, I did it last year, and the team is good enough to have me back.
Yes, if we got any viewers in that neck of the woods, what was that what just happened? It was a ground out.
Yeah, nice little comebacker again. Wow, he had 2 of those.
Another 1-3. Okay.
Yeah.
Distracting myself with my own talking. What's
man?
new?
He hit 99 mile an hour in that inning. Luke,
we knew as our buddy Scott from Iowa says, a little pitcher with a big fastball, 99 miles an hour. Yeah,
Scott, he is not little.
Only in name. I was like, when I was thinking about the thumbnail for tonight's stream, I wanted to do Ben Brown, but then I thought I can't pass up that wonderful Luke Little, Nick Madrigal visual from opening day when Luke Little is going to be the starting pitcher tonight. So that was I just think that picture. I remember like being in the bleachers and them showing that, like Kim and I looked at each other like, seriously? Like, why are they standing next to each other?
Yeah.
As we talked about last night, I know, but
yeah. Mitch over on the Dingers Twitter, Paul Bunyan. I mean, Luke Little is going to mow these Rockies down.
Yeah.
I like it, Mitch.
Swinging that axe, just a massive fastball.
Big time.
Let's see. Pull something up.
Scott, your dinger pick for tonight is Tauchman.
I like it.
It's good.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
haven't seen Bleacher Jeff's flag report yet, so I don't know what's going on there. If the wind is blowing out. Let's see.
I mean, Counsell just like he contemplated putting his hood up and just goes, nah, screw it. Never mind.
Dude,
not even worth
I mean,
it.
obviously it's open air, but like they've got to keep the ducks pretty warm too.
Yeah, totally. I bet the benches are heated. Or there's some
Wait,
sort
they're
of
showing on the marquee broadcast, they're showing Nick Madrigal raising his hand. Hang on, I gotta hear what they were joking about them standing next to each other. And now they're standing next to each other in the dugout again. Oh my god. So great. That'd be so great if they're like best friends.
Do you think Luke Little gives Nick Madrigal piggybacks?
I
Sometimes?
hope.
Does he do
so.
like the eagle from Scrubs?
I do know that. That's
where JD would hop on like Turk's back and they'd like ride through the hospital together.
Yeah.
Eagle.
Maybe they're doing that through the clubhouse.
Oof.
I think about did you ever watch the show Robin Big?
Only intermittently, but yeah. Didn't Big die?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. Funny enough, like this is obviously very off topic, but that's where the stream goes. I was at the skate park in high school, and Kevin, we'll address that in a second. I gotta get this thought out here. I was at the skate park in high school, and somebody came in and said, and this is before smartphones were like super prevalent. Oh, there's a thumbs up, I guess. Someone said, Big Black died. And I was like, no way. And sure enough, it was fake. But then when he did actually die in like 2018 or something, it came back around and I was like, oh, whoa. I like flashed back to that. That was a stupid story. But later on, I was at the skate park when I found out that Michael Jackson died. And I thought that was a joke.
You need to stop going skating. You're causing random deaths.
That was years ago. I'm definitely
like
not skating
Castellanos,
anymore.
basically.
Yeah, for real.
Every time Jake hits a skateboard, a pop culture icon dies.
Wait, I'm trying to think because I did start skating again like 2 summers ago.
Who died?
I mean, there's a celebrity death, like at least one big celebrity death, like every summer, right? I'd have to look it up and see if there's correlation there. That'd be pretty nutty. The skateboard of death.
I guess when I come visit you, I'll have to bring my skateboard. We can cruise around together.
I just got a nice like little cruiser, like mini. Scott says,
"You killed Betty White.
Fucking White, you monster, Jake." I think that Sayers go down swinging. I think he just went down swinging.
Yeah. Oh, he wanted that swing back too. Quantrill looked all right.
It's just because it's a fucking dude. Being out there hitting tonight has to be terrible.
Yeah.
Like I remember playing those games growing up in the spring in Illinois, and boy, your hands, doesn't matter if you have to barrel like square it up perfectly or
a little chilly.
Your hands are ringing, man. And there's a P5.
Kevin, we liked the pitching from Little.
Yeah.
Hate the pitching from Cal. But what are you gonna do? You can't put up 12 runs on them every game.
I mean, it's still Meatloaf. Oh my god. Okay, we're getting names in the comments here.
When did Meatloaf?
So first we got Betty White, then we got Meatloaf. I gotta look these up really quick.
Kevin out here misspelling another person's name today.
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
Okay, Meatloaf died in January, so that was not my fault. And Betty White.
Yeah, you can't be skateboarding in Madison.
Betty White died in December, so rest in peace to both of them. It was not my fault. I was not skating. Now I got hang on a second. Let's see if there's anybody that I can.
Didn't
Okay.
Castellanos hit a home run the day the Queen died?
Probably.
When did she die?
Ooh, you're gonna hate this.
Yes.
I might have been skating.
Oh my gosh. Queen Elizabeth II died and Nick Castellanos immediately hit a home run.
Rest in peace to the Queen. She lived a good life. I don't understand the Royals, man. That's not. I understand the Kansas City Royals were beating the Orioles. Let's see if I can.
Or wait, no. Oh no. Okay, no, he didn't hit a home run. He came out the injured list though right now that day.
Oh.
That's why he was trending. Okay. All right, that's good. Okay, what am I going to hate? What celebrity death did you cause?
It might have been Tina Turner, but we're going to move on because Ben Brown is on the bump. Starts out with a high heater, perfectly at the top of the zone.
See if he can rebound from a rough outing.
Did you see Lance Brozdowski's interview with him? Lance posted that. It was like an 8-minute interview talking about his pitch mix. And his curveball is called a death ball. I don't remember exactly why. I think it's because he throws it with like super high velocity. So he says that he just like rips it through the zone, like throws it as hard as he can. And his quote was like, I don't get like knee bucklers because it's coming in. Like it's not. There we go. Okay. Ben Brown striking out KB, little BBKB.
Did you see that flat? Well, no, we're watching different streams, but KB 27 at bats now without a hit, which is the longest active streak in MLB and the longest streak of his career.
Yikes. He needed that error on Morel to be called a hit.
Jake says RIP KB. Yeah, unfortunately. Kevin is now blaming you for Olivia Newton-John and Ray Liotta.
Ooh. I think, did Ray Liotta have cancer? I forget how he died.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Olivia Newton-John did have cancer, right?
She did, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think skating causes cancer.
No, definitely.
Whoa, I'm watching two streams and both pitches were just like exactly synced up.
You got some real life pitching ninja.
Yeah, I've got the Royals and the
Shout out Friedman.
Yeah, that's Rob Friedman's kind of supposedly my buddy who owns Tread Athletics. He gives Rob Friedman credit for kind of putting Tread on the map.
Oh, that's cool.
I believe Ben Brewster is the owner's name. I believe he worked with Rob Friedman's son on pitching mechanics and all the biomechanics. Okay, I missed what that. Okay. Jones. I think Nolan Jones is hitless. No, he's got one hit.
No, yeah, I think he has one. Yeah. Okay, can I talk about my favorite cold weather fashion amongst our Cubby players?
Yeah.
Ian Happ always looks so comfortable when it's cold. Just he's got his little his little
Cubs branded balaclava.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's wearing long johns.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, he just looks so comfy.
Yeah, he didn't actually I'm sure he was cold on Monday, but I didn't sense that. Like I didn't get that from him at all.
No, definitely not, but still, he always looks so comfortable. It's cute.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking so when we were out there, Nolan Jones is wearing those like skin tight, sort of cropped pants, and
Oh, yeah.
Brown misses with a fastball right down the middle. He's lucky that didn't get hammered.
Yeah, no kidding.
Nice play, Morel. Wow. That's good range on that ball.
See?
Who knows what the wind is doing?
That's an instinct play right there. I'm not thinking about it. Like, I'm just going to go for it.
Well, I mean, we've seen him play outfield, so like going back on a ball like that. I mean, it's obviously much different positioning. It's a weirder angle, but he got there. He made a nice play.
But that's
we got a hitless inning. That was a quick inning of work. How many pitches did he have there?
13.
13 pitches, 9 strikes. You love to see it. So I wonder how many innings he'll be given tonight.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hope so. He got an inning and 2/3 on Sunday.
Anything to help that now 20.5 ERA crawl down a little bit.
For real.
Man,
For real.
he got smacked around against the Rangers. But if you're gonna put him out and just like break his nerves in on a season, that's the game you do it in. And if he gets hit around a little bit, you let him get hit around, and it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, like they needed to get him work to keep stretching him out, is what it came down to.
We should invite Scott to join us for a stream sometime. He's always an active participant.
Yeah. Scott's in the fantasy league with Mitch and me now, and a few of the on tap guys.
I will say this: the internet is truly an incredible invention, even though it's a nightmare of a landscape, because it allows for two people that are nowhere near each other to actually watch a game together and talk about it. Man, the 1970s and 80s were a bleak time because this didn't exist.
Yeah, how about that? I mean, granted, we probably have majority of the people who are watching this are probably on their cell phones, but I could do without cell phones. Yeah, like smartphones. I could do without smartphones. Like, obviously, being able to get in touch with each other.
Yeah.
Is very, very nice.
Have you seen the light phone? I think we've talked about this briefly.
I know the light phone, and I just saw one called Box, Boox, and it's a light phone. Well, it has a SIM card. It's not like infield single for Morel there. Okay.
How many of those did he foul off to?
It's a great AB.
Uh-huh.
This box phone, so like the light phone, you kind of connect to your phone like you would an Apple Watch, right?
Yeah, it just has limited function. I mean, I guess like when I think about it, the only things I need on a phone are text, phone calls, and directional capability.
Totally. Music.
I think Apple's
Spotify would be like that's an important one for me.
I think Apple's biggest misstep is getting rid of the iPod. Man.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like when I would use, like maybe at the gym.
Running. Yeah, I would use one running.
Yeah, like I thought a while ago when it was still being made about getting a shuffle, but not being able, like, but the thing is, like, everybody streams their music now. No one downloads their music collection anymore. So,
but you can download playlists on streaming.
That's true. You know? That's true.
So, like, it still works there.
Yeah.
Streaming is the death of music. Doesn't matter.
No, I feel bad talking to a musician about streaming.
There's like some bill that is getting introduced in Congress that's like, if it passes, it would allow 1 cent per stream, which even I'm sitting there like, what a deal. Like, I would love to get 1 cent per stream as opposed to like the 4/100,000th of a penny I get
Yeah,
per stream.
jeez. Yeah, it's pretty great. It's pretty great. That's why whenever I go to a show, I make sure to buy merch.
Yeah.
I bought a record at the Runner show
Oh, cool.
last week. Super nice dude too. We got to chat with him after the show for a little bit.
You got a record player?
Oh yeah,
Oh, I need to send
yeah.
a vinyl your way.
Shouts out U-Turn, baby.
I need
Yeah,
to send a
yeah.
vinyl your way.
That's the thing is like, I will. I definitely won't turn that down. But we haven't been as good about using it. We haven't been as good about using it. Like our living room isn't finished being put together, so we don't really have like the seating area for it yet. Yeah,
Wow.
we don't use it as much as we did in our apartment.
This one you should have. It's a 1 of 1. It's like a
No. I don't want to take your only copy.
No.
Not,
It's like it's a 1 of 1 of a recording of one of my songs. Like it's
Dan's.
the only kind of recording that exists of it.
Oh, you only recorded it to vinyl, you're saying. It's
Yeah.
not. Oh, that's sick. Where'd you do that?
There's a company based out of New York called Least of All. They do like little limited runs or like direct to consumer, artist to purchaser. That was a good little knock there for Dansby.
Yeah, I like that little line drive flare.
Uh-huh.
First to third for Morel.
Uh-huh. Morel slides in as if he didn't have enough time. Buddy, you're fine.
Yeah, you're good. I think Bush was my dinger pick tonight.
He was. You did pick him. Whew. I get like weird highlight recaps, and I feel like that's the discrepancy in our streams. Is I'm getting because every time you say something happens, it's happening at the same time. But I get like a weird highlight recap from the Rockies
so
stream.
let's sync this up. I will tell you right when Quantrill releases the ball.
Yeah.
Or the pitch clock's at 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, release.
Yeah, you're 1-2 seconds ahead. But
and a nice sack fly. We'll take that, Bush. Like that looked, I mean, that was pretty solid contact, but just right at Jones.
Yeah, I mean the contact was great.
He took the ball where it was pitched.
Yeah.
Little under it, but
I mean, a run is a run. That's a situation where last year both Morel and Dansby would have been left.
For sure. That's classic Cub, is to load the bases with maybe an out, and then somehow you don't score a single run. That's what we need to see. Is that the Counsell effect this year? Does Counsell figure out a way to get through to these guys and live up to the moment? I don't know.
Situational baseball. Baseball. That is such an important thing.
And not letting the moment get too big, right? Like I feel like that's a phrase that you hear talked about in baseball all the time.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really make sense. Don't let the moment get too big.
Nice stat they just flashed for the Rockies on the Rockies broadcast. The only team in Major League Baseball this season to not score first.
Ooh. I have a feeling it's going to stay that way for a while.
It might. I mean, this is, since I know we're a Cubs broadcast, but
that could be something good that we do, since we're not listening to the audio anyway. Like one of us watches the opposing team's broadcast,
I think that's a really good
we
idea.
can see the stuff that's put up on the screen.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really good idea.
I like to
Okay,
see
so
Dansby taken off. He's in there.
sorry, I'm looking something up, so I missed it. But
Stolen base. There. I mean, Dansby jumped with the pitch, but it's a pitch in the
he
dirt.
dropped it. Yeah.
They
Okay.
ruled it a stolen base, though.
Okay, so yeah, this is not going to go particularly well for the Rockies. After this, they're at home against the Rays.
Okay.
I don't see the scoring for a situation drastically changing there. The Rays can score a lot and score quick. And then they're at home against the Diamondbacks. Like,
yeah, I mean, just the fact that like opposing teams are going to want to feast on their starting pitching, and they get the first dibs. So,
what do you think the odds are they go their first 13 games without scoring first?
I don't know how odds are made, but I'll say that the odds are pretty good. Nico just coaxed a walk right there.
I say at least 10 games. I think it's totally possible that they would be.
I don't know if I believe in the Rays offense that much. Is the problem
at Coors?
Yeah, but
I mean, it's still at Coors, man.
What Yandy Diaz and Rosarena, and like I don't know, Josh Lowe I think is injured. I have no idea who's playing up the middle for them. Is Brandon Lau still on the Rays? Because he's good. That dude rakes if he's still on the Rays. But why do I feel like he was a
Brandon
free...
Lowe? Yeah, he's
still
Lau. Second.
It is Lau.
No, I know.
Because Nathaniel and Josh are the Lows.
Yes. Have you seen that ad? The who was it, Lau or Lowe?
Yeah. The MLB Network. Yeah,
that's a good one.
After this inning, I got to go get myself some water. I'm struggling.
I see we're both wearing corduroy tonight.
Yeah, man. I got the Sydney Blue Sox.
Blue Sox hat. Shout out to Official League.
Yeah, Official League, sponsor us, please.
Yes.
We're doing I'm getting my men's league jerseys done through Official League. Super excited to see how they turn out. We're working up the sample right now.
Can I place an order for one?
Potentially.
I'll be your water boy.
Potentially. It's so we're the Bushmen, named after our team's founder Henry Bush. I think we were founded in '84. And it's just a classic brush script, which is like the most used script font. Like you'd recognize it. I just have it at like a 7-ish degree angle, and then the number below, and it's on a red jersey with black and white. It is, I will say, it's a drastic improvement on what we were wearing before. We were all gray. Gray jerseys with red numbers and lettering, and I just felt like it was, and gray hats. It was everything was too gray. So we're switching that up. Talk walk, baby. One out for Miggy.
See, this is what teams are going to do to the Rockies all year. They're just gonna kill their starting pitching. Like, just unbelievable pitch counts so early on.
40 pitches through an inning and a third with the bases loaded right now. That's fucking brutal.
How many pitches did he throw in the first? It was only like what?
I don't
14
know
or
the breakdown
15?
of pitches per inning.
Or was it 16?
No,
Actually, no,
that's-
you know what? I can you'll be my live cast. I'll rewind the stream.
Oh, nice. Okay. Good call.
I'll just rewind to it and see where he was at the end of one. Because that, I mean,
Am I a little late on the first pitch fastball? Almost backside, but a little too far right.
I think he was
Ooh,
at
fouls off and up and in.
19 pitches at. I think it was 19 pitches at the end of one. Let me see here.
Okay.
No, 15 pitches at the end of one. Oh my god!
Bottom of the order, ripping out some nice at bats here. I mean, that's what this does. Like that's what having Lamaya deep fly ball to center. So Dan scores on that. We got 2 sac flies this inning.
I don't care how runs are scored. I just want runs.
I agree. Manufactured runs are sometimes more exciting than home runs.
Yeah.
I think small ball and keeping like that's what these new rules changes are trying to get.
Yeah.
With banning the shift, is trying to get more balls in play and more movement on the bases, more steals, so on and so forth. And that's a product that as a diehard baseball fan, that's what I want to see. I love a home run, but give me balls in play.
No, yeah, look, I love a home run as much as the next person, but I would live and die by a team that lives and dies by small ball.
Totally. I just think that, yeah, like, I mean, guys getting up to the plate, getting the job done, and not striking out and leaving the bases loaded. Like, I need Hap to do something here. Because getting only 1 run, or I guess 2 runs, but that was, yeah. I don't know. Just put the ball in play, Happer. It's easy. What do you think of his new batting gloves with that like classic Jordan texture?
His little bolts.
Yeah.
I like the elephant Jordan texture. I think it's slick.
That's what it is. Yeah.
You're talking to a sneakerhead, man.
I don't own any Jordans, but I definitely want a pair of ones. I think that's the only silhouette that I could pull off, though.
You could do the 3s. You could rock the 3s.
Hang on, I gotta look up the 3s after this pitch.
The 3s are my favorite.
See, my favorite. My favorite are the 7s. I like the 7s. Pepper.
I want to get a pair of black cement 3s. They are slick. This is now a 34 pitch inning for Cal Quantrill.
Oh, maybe I like the 6s better.
The 5s and the 6s are like serious classic.
Yeah.
Silhouettes.
Yeah.
The 3s are the all white cement 3. Wow, I'm tired of horse crap calls with Saya. They just showed a replay of that first pitch from Cal at this at bat, and it was like so far outside. The framing was bad too. What the heck?
That's in. That's 2 runs, baby.
Nice.
Hap to third. Seiya picked it first. That's okay. That's okay. I was about to lap. Uh-oh. Is he limping? Come on. Please don't be limping. I think he's okay.
Just his foot. Just a little stinger. Yeah. He's just shaking his foot.
Yeah.
That's the second game in a row, though. He's gotten picked trying to do something he shouldn't have done.
Toot Bland.
Didn't he get picked at third? Yeah, he got picked at third last night.
Clearly, I wasn't paying good enough attention.
Something happened last night where he batted in some runs and he maybe went one too many.
Scott, this home umpire is a new Angel Hernandez. Hang on, who is the officiating crew? CB Buckner. I think Buckner's historically pretty good.
No umpire is good, Jake. Don't.
There are. Okay, I gotta go get. I have to go get some water. I'll be right back.
Go get some water. Scott, I agree with you tonight on the ump score for this game is going to be rough. Yeah, he's limping, but he was asked if he was okay, and he shook his head. He shook his head, yes. I saw those little frosty tips of his say, "Yes, I'm okay." See, he's back out there. Look at that. He just stubbed his toe. Yeah, just a little ankle roll there. He's fine. Yeah, he's fine. Little ankle roll. See, Scott, nothing to worry about. My neighbors, for those who can hear the audio, my neighbors have a puppy who is barking all the time, really. Nice K there from Brown. Really, really nice. Whew. That was pretty. Nice little quick inning here for Ben Brown shaping up, it looks like. Okay, the Rockies broadcast is just now showing the Rockies taco special. Reminder for any of you tuning in Colorado. The Rockies score 7 or more runs. You get 4 tacos for $2 between 4 and 6 tomorrow. Not likely.
You know, as I was going to get my water, I realized that Seiya's problem is the same problem that I have playing MLB The Show. His controller has a little bit of stick drift. So he kept running even though he didn't mean to.
Dude, just turn that runner's assist on. Get out of here with that.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I'll look into it when I buy MLB The Show 23 to continue my Rockies experiment.
Oh man, this
Okay, they're showing the replay. Ooh, yeah, he just tweaked his ankle a little bit.
just a little ankle roll. He'll be fine.
It's cold enough. It's basically like he's getting it iced.
Yeah, he's getting some ice work on it now already.
I love his glove, dude. All right, okay, what glove manufacturer is your go? Like, do you have a brand, a favorite glove brand?
I don't. And what's so unfortunate is I'm such a shoe sucker that I pay attention to everybody's cleats so much
Yeah,
more than any part of their gear. Like,
sure.
it is such a thing for me. Like, one of my favorite things about Kyle are his all blue New Balance with just the white
Mm-hmm.
in on them. Like,
Yes.
those are just so. I wish New Balance would make like a 574 that looked exactly like that.
They did have a 574 that was all blue last year. They had it was all blue and all yellow.
Oh yeah,
They had those two those ones.
yeah. But they were like that weird, like kind of flecky leather material.
Oh,
Oh
was it?
yeah, hideous, just hideous.
Ooh, high slider is interesting. That was not I don't think that's where he wanted that pitch.
I really want New Balance to bring back their custom New Balance.
I feel like New Balance is so hot right now that they'd get just incredibly swamped with orders. I love New Balance. We've become like a big New Balance household here. Nice.
The funniest April Fool's Day joke I saw the other day was someone said Charlie Blackmon shaved. And I thought that was the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Do you know who I feel like he would look like if he shaved?
Unrecognizable. He could be anyone
Totally.
under there.
I feel like he would look like the lead singer of Band of Horses. But
Yeah.
he's got a beard. He's got a beard too, but it's not as big. And he's been clean shaven. There's a band too. If you haven't seen Band of Horses live,
I have
phenomenal.
actually years ago too.
Just where'd you see them?
I saw them in Chicago.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Ah.
I really like Brown throwing this breaking pitch up in the zone. Good team's gonna hammer that, man.
Yeah. Almost got hammered.
Missed with that fastball. Still only at 23 pitches, though. I mean,
oh yeah,
through an inning and 2/3.
That's pretty good.
Dude, no undershirt. No undershirt. It's got to be like 30-some degrees.
And he is not a fat man or a chunky kid. He's
got a good build. He's kind of, I mean, a funny looking guy.
his hair just wild, man.
Yeah. You know what? He kind of is he's kind of like a Jim Halpert type.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, that was nice, man. He kind of is, yeah. He's kind of
Oh, I'm not live. I missed the 3-2.
Oh, you're not live? Oh no.
No, I just realized that I'm not live. Wow, good frame job by Amaya.
Okay. Yeah.
Backwards K.
That was nice. That was really nice.
Yeah, I think one of the things I need to pay more attention to this year, but my attention span may not allow me, is sequencing. Like, I know from like nearly 20 years ago when I was playing Little League and pitching in Little League, like what traditional pitch sequencing should look like. But I got to pay attention to that now. Closer attention, I should say. I want to get really, really deep into the, you know me, man. I like to nerd out over the stats and everything, the minutia. Because one of the things that I feel like isn't always thought about is like what's going through the hitter's head in between each pitch in terms of like considering their approach and deciding like when they're going to look for like hunt their pitch specifically. And like I'm only swinging like Nico probably is hunting for hard stuff away. We see him slap the ball in the opposite field all the time. Belly is hunting inside hard stuff.
Right.
So like these guys know their pitches that they're looking for. Like I think the show has it back now, but like the guest pitch feature, you know, like ooh, the tasty trade. Will the ball stay on the mound? It did. Season ticket holder won $3,000.
I'm not seeing any of that fun stuff. I just got some random slides posted up.
Ooh, Belly. Good piece. Only 90 off the bat, though.
It's cold, man.
Yeah.
Cold.
Ugh. We're going to Austin next week, and I really don't want. First of all, I don't want Kim to get sick. I don't want to get Kim sick before then because it's her birthday trip, and I'd like to be clear of this cold by Saturday if possible. Planning on going to the game.
Take some turmeric. All right.
The term?
Turmeric. You take turmeric at all?
I used to.
You should be taking it every day.
Oh, we're on that turmeric trend? Why do I need to take turmeric?
Well, it's anti-inflammatory in nature. Like, man, I used to get some serious joint problems when I was running.
Yeah.
And I just take one little capsule of turmeric every day. Helps. Maybe it's a placebo, but I feel like it helps.
I was doing Morel could have been rung up on that for sure. I was doing I think turmeric and like hot turmeric lemon water for a little bit.
Yeah. Some real hippie stuff right there.
The hippy dippy. Naturopath.
Yeah.
Naturopath. I don't know. I take elderberry every day.
Oh, I like that.
I like that walk from Morel.
Yeah, man.
The way that his approach just looks so different.
Right.
He just looks so calm at the plate. It's crazy.
I like that he is willing to take walks.
Yeah.
Not something that he was willing to do last year.
You wonder, like, I don't think that'd be a huge swing for it to go this way, but you wonder if he'd ever get into like a Kyle Schwarber-esque range of plate discipline where he's too willing to not protect and take his walks. But that'd be a complete, like, you know, I mentioned his 180 approach before the game started. That would really be a 180. I think I might know these guys behind the plate. I'm trying to see. There's me getting distracted. One of the guys looks familiar.
The team's chase rate is 20%, lowest in Major League Baseball, average 28%.
I absolutely love that. That makes sense when you look at the names in this lineup. That really makes sense. Me feeling all confident. Has Jed done it when we're facing the Rockies?
Yeah, but I mean, we did just play a series against the Rangers too. Like, you know, it factors in. Like chase rate factors in against everyone you play, and you can only play who you play. Chase rate, I guess, like maybe there's something to be said for maybe there's something to be said for how patient the players may look under Craig as opposed to Ross, because maybe they feel like there's less pressure to always have to make something happen as opposed to now it's maybe if you just hang out and calm down, something will happen.
Don't at the moment get too big.
Yeah. Like, and maybe the players have a little bit more trust in Craig to put them in the right position to succeed.
We love a Michael Busch base hit.
I do too.
That should have been a Busch bomb, baby. That was a hanger right down the middle.
Morel first to third again.
The boy's got wheels.
He didn't slide this time.
Almost got taken out by that grounder too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he even had to hold up.
He did slide.
Did he?
Yeah, feet first.
Oh, okay.
All right, Nico.
They don't show good plays for the Cubs.
Nico, you got to take a swing at that, dude.
79 right down the pipe.
Right down the middle.
Come on, Nico.
I think it was on CHGO they were talking about this post game last night. Because I don't think we talked about it. As he flies out to right field.
We haven't really talked about Nico.
Yeah, so I think CHGO, that kind of stinks. That have you seen anything about Nico changing his swing in the offseason? Like to swing for more power? Because that was what I think Cody Del Mendo brought that up, and I was like, I don't remember seeing anything about that. I don't want to misattribute Cody, but like I saw that somewhere. Maybe I saw it on Twitter. I don't remember, but I swear I saw it or I heard it in a podcast. And hope he didn't change his swing.
Scott says he's going on a beer run. I asked what kind of beer.
He's probably going to get I don't even know if Dingers is still technically sponsored by it anymore. Toppling Goliath, we were sponsored by. I had this beer. Oh my God, when we were in Colorado, I had this beer from the Dewclaw Brewing Company called Regular Beer.
Ruthie or Miller Lite? Beer.
Ruthie. I don't know what Ruthie is. It's some Miller Lite, obviously. Okay, ready for this? Regular beer. This is beer that tastes like regular beer for the times you want to drink regular beer.
Oh, I've seen this.
Based out of Pennsylvania. It's like a super, super standard can. Just
like generic packaging.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Where's my.
Did you like it? I'm guessing you.
It was so good, dude. It was so good. And they don't have it anywhere in Wisconsin. But there's a really great, I meant to say something to them. There's a really great craft beer bar here in Madison called Barley Pop. And oh my God, Ben Brown has he's got a bunny.
What?
You're showing him with his bunny Nanny or Nani. He's got a bunny.
I just had to watch a single and that was it. Nothing else.
Well, I'm seeing pictures of Ben Brown and his super cute bunny.
Do you need a recommendation for a place to go in Austin for wings? Do you like wings?
I am kind of wing indifferent. Like, I like wings, but I don't typically seek wings out.
Okay.
I'll take notes. We're going with Kim's family, so
Okay. Well, do you have a breakaway breakaway time where you guys can go hang out and go to places?
I actually don't know. I like usually it's pretty I don't know. I know we've got one dinner planned, and that's it. I don't really know what else is going on right
All
now. We
right.
might be doing a food tour. We usually Kim's parents usually do food tours.
You should go there. Go to Deep Eddy Cabaret in the Deep Eddy area in Austin.
Okay.
It's pretty fun.
Long live the Eddie.
The Eddy is a pool.
I'm familiar with bodies of
Something that's kind
water.
of there's something kind of cool happening on the Rockies broadcast. Spilly is broadcasting from the stands, from like
Mm.
the crowd. He's broadcasting in the crowd right now. It's really kind of fun.
That's something that the Cubs have done, obviously, in the past, and I would like to see them do it some more.
Yeah, but Spilly's hanging. I feel really bad for the Rockies broadcasters
Yeah,
with the product because
totally.
they're having to find a way to make this fun, and it is just not fun. Got
I
KB
mean,
on a check swing. Whoo!
yeah, little sword.
Second time for KB tonight. Oh yeah, he definitely went. Sorry, Chris. 6 more years, Chris. 6 more years.
Fourth inning. How did I miss? What the hell did I miss here?
You went away for a while.
Yeah, but that was during a break. Did I miss an entire inning of Ben Brown?
Yeah, you weren't live, remember? Wait, what inning are you in?
No, I'm in the fourth inning. I just saw that Chris Bryant. What the fuck? It's
You
up with my
saw
scorecard.
you saw the KB strikeout, and then you just saw double play, right?
Yeah, I'm missing whatever.
Oh,
I don't know,
no.
just throw some question marks in there. What was that double play?
I don't know. I was watching you fumble over your scorecard.
Damn it. I've got this big ass gap. I don't know what happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not how you keep score.
This is help me.
This is what
not how
I
you
have
keep
this
score.
gap right here, and I don't know what happened.
Gosh.
Stalling
What
struck
happened?
out to end the third.
What did you do?
I don't know. Whatever.
Whatever. Jones was some kind of double play, so we're gonna put a double play.
DP, baby.
Yeah, I like writing if it's like a 6-4-3 or something like that, but whatever. And that's one thing that bothers me when it's a commercial break. You can't go back. You can't rewind. You have to wait till after the commercial break.
Yeah. I am getting a cool advertisement right now for Green Day at Coors Field.
Ooh.
With the Smashing Pumpkins and Rancid and the Linda Lindas. So
Are you sure it's not the Linda Lindas?
Oh, I have no idea. I've never even
either.
heard of that band. So
Good for them getting on that ticket, though.
but I definitely know it's the Smashing Pumpkins.
Smashing Pumpkins?
The Smushing Pumpkins.
Yeah. Billy Corgan would be an interesting dude to talk to. That's one of my goals for this. So I was Scott says Ruthie is a local beer by Exile Brewery in Des Moines.
I will have some
lagers. Yeah, I'm a big lager guy. So
Scott, I will enjoy some when I am in Des Moines. to entertain the masses.
Okay, it was a 4.63.
I probably could have told you that, but
Des Moines,
it was better to watch you suffer.
where the S's are silent.
And the city is
and the
buzzing.
city is buzzing. Yeah, damn right. Man, it's coming down out there now. This rain is heavy. Scott, I don't like your dinger pick of Talkman getting a dinger here. These are rough conditions.
Man, Cal 70 through 4 so far. Yuck.
Icky. Not even through 4, through 3.
Oh yeah, through 3.
I've seen a lot of that. Like a lot of starting pitchers so far this season just being really inefficient. Like two games I was watching earlier today. I'm really interested. So the Marlins are trying to convert AJ Puck back into a starter. He was super inefficient. And who started against him? What game was that? It was. Oh no, I think Sandoval was relatively efficient for the Angels. Maybe it was Chris Paddock for the Twins was kind of inefficient today. I don't know, but I feel like I've seen a lot of pitchers getting through only like 4 innings early on in the season this year.
Cal may not make it through 4. Talkman is working on.
Yeah, no chance. No chance. If one guy gets on base, he's getting pulled. Talk time out.
Talk of the town, man. Talk of the town.
I'm gonna do that little bit last night when I said, "Is Talkman this team's Chris Coughlin?" I'm gonna do a little reel YouTube
like
short of that.
I like that. Yeah, definitely deserved. I'll finish up some soundtracking this weekend to a nice little creation that we have.
Love it, dude. I'm so excited to debut that.
It looks good. It looks good. It's funny, your reference this morning as we were talking about edits made to it. I think very often of fading things into that exact song.
Yeah, I don't know, like that's what comes to mind. And I was like trying to think of other theme songs that like the only other theme song that I could think of was Game of Thrones. And obviously
Oh, I never watched
the theme song kind of fades out at the end, but like the dynamic like definitely drops. But
okay. I never watched Game of Thrones. But I am old enough to remember the Malcolm in the Middle reference. That's for sure.
well, I'm sure you've been told by plenty of other people that at this point it's not worth Hirsch, my guy, back. He's getting that money line right now.
We do love to see it. You are right.
Bet the Cubs -1.5. I don't know if that's the money line. I don't know what a money line is. Yeah, but by this point, you've been told it's not worth watching Game of Thrones, which is such. It hurts to say that out loud, but like the ending was just so garbage. It was so garbage, and I like tried to defend it for like a year, and then a year after, I thought about it. I was like, no, that sucked. We deserved better. Like the fans deserved better.
So it did not end as well as Succession ended.
No.
Succession
No, definitely not.
Incredible.
Yeah, Succession was excellent. I was actually thinking of Succession the other day because I was trying to remember how it ended. And now I figured it all out, but
yeah.
That was it's like the weird Tom and Siobhan like in the car together.
In the car, yeah. Because Tom comes out on top.
Yeah.
If you want to make a Tomlet.
Did Greg make out well? You would assume with his
Tom takes care of
alliance. Yeah.
Yeah, even though he tried to Judas him there at the end, but if you want to make a Tomlet, you got to crack some Greg.
The Tomlet, that's right. That's right. Oh my God.
That dynamic in that show is simply
best.
the worst.
okay.
It's so good, but I
The
know
best, worst. The worst.
you and I
best.
both know people like that. We both know people exactly like that.
Like Tom or Greg.
Like Tom.
Yeah, I try just not allow them in my life.
Yeah, but they exist. You know them.
Of course. Yeah. Trying to think of like the most recent example that I have. So I gotta stretch out the wing here.
I know my shoulder's been killing me lately. I don't know what I did, but I did something wrong.
I've been throwing baseballs, and that'll do it.
I'm just getting old.
I'm getting older and throwing baseballs, which is doubly bad, dually bad. There's a guy in a Sox hat right behind home plate. Come on, my guy.
Okay. I have a huge pet peeve of that. If you are at a sporting event and you're wearing paraphernalia for teams that are not playing in that sporting event, it's time for you to leave.
So I thought I had like something that I was thinking about. They keep showing this guy wearing a bear costume, like Blake did in Workaholics.
Mhm.
Please tell me you watched. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
He's got like Cubs patches and stuff on it, which is kind of cool, but I don't know why they keep probably saying that he's warm.
Probably.
But yeah, I agree with you. I think there was a point in time where I thought that maybe it was like okay to wear another team's merch or apparel to a game that they're not playing in. I think like my rationale for it was like, say, I don't know why Houston comes to mind, but say I am going to like an Astros Rangers game down in Houston because for whatever reason I'm in Houston. I don't think I'd ever willingly be in Houston. Sorry, Houston, too hot for me. But like maybe I'd wear a Cubs shirt or a hat, but I wouldn't wear Cubs. Like I would wear something different on the shirt and hat. As Hap pops out to the first baseman.
I did like what Hap did there. He ran it out because of what happened last night.
Yeah, you got to keep running. You got to keep running. He has a little stick drift going on too.
I mean, they chased Cal 90 through 4.
Yeah,
see
he's
you
done.
later, buddy.
He's done.
Yeah.
But I think though, like to finish my thought, like I think that it's okay to wear like a Cubs t-shirt. Like if someone wore like I saw someone wearing like just an Astros jersey at Wrigley at one point last year. And it was the old school, it was like the cool Astros jersey with like the stripes, like the horizontal,
yeah.
orange, yellow.
Yeah, the retro.
And I thought like that's I think what sparked the conversation. And to me, I was like, you know what? Maybe they're in town from Houston and they just wanted to visit Wrigley Field and like experience Wrigley Field. And they want people to know, like, hey, I'm just a baseball fan here to experience the game. Like, I don't have any Cubs stuff. I'm gonna wear the team that I root for to the park here. And as long as they're respectful, like as long as they're not like causing a ruckus,
Totally.
then I think it's okay. But like if you're decked out, like in the same city, like if someone's wearing White Sox hat, White Sox jersey to a Cubs game, go to the South Side. Like what are you doing?
I saw a really interesting tweet. I can't even remember who it was from because it's not anyone that I follow, nor would I engage with them anyway. But so this is the first time they're showing the guy in the bear costume on my feed. Yeah, he's super warm. I guarantee it. Also, that is going to smell horrible when he gets home.
Yeah, it is.
But last night they were talking. I saw some tweet that said, like, if you want a proper sporting event experience, go to Guaranteed Rate. If you just want to chase tail, go to Wrigley. And I'm like, what? And of course, people are just like going at him. Like, this is an insane.
Do they have a blue check mark?
What's that?
Did they have a blue check mark?
I don't think so.
See, that's something now where it's like Man, when I have tweets that get a lot of traction, which isn't maybe I'm lucky enough that like once a month I'll have a tweet that has like a couple hundred likes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, people are getting paid for that now. Not a lot. Not a lot, not
Yeah.
enough to make it worth it, but
I mean, some people are.
I'd have to be like over 5,000 followers, I think, for me to be like, okay, fine, I'll do the check mark.
I definitely don't have a desire to be Twitter famous, but
Well, it's just for like it's for what we do. Like
yeah,
which there's a ceiling, right? There are only so
totally.
many Cubs fans on Twitter. And they're showing a side by side of Little and Brown. I don't know if they're both tall. Maybe. Oh, I think they're talking about they weren't wearing sleeves. It currently feels like 20 degrees at Wrigley, and Brown's not wearing sleeves.
My buddy sent me a text. Shout out to my buddy Sean Tafoya. Sends me this text of the seating map for games coming up at Coors Field this week, and caption: "Why the Rockies will never be good." Lower level seats, like 100 section, really close to the field, all for like $80 each.
That's wild.
I mean,
That is wild.
I'm not sure that has much to do with. I don't think that's super direct for why they're never going to be good. I think them being not good is the consequence of that. Or it's the ticket prices there are the consequence of them not being good.
Totally. Yeah.
But ooh, rung them up there.
Oh, now I'm ahead of you.
Where are you at? Who's batting?
Trejo.
Yeah, okay.
1-2 count, 5 seconds left.
Yep. No, we're
He just called timeout.
even, actually, yeah.
We're even, Schmidt.
Yeah. Youths.
I saw Max Greenfield interview, and hang on, sorry, I'm finishing off firing off this tweet.
Youths. It's my favorite.
He was saying that like he was in a car, I think. He drove, like maybe he was stopped at a stoplight or something, and someone recognized him. Like a group of people, two people recognized him, and they didn't know what to say, and they knew that they didn't have that much time, so they just look and they go 29. I was so happy because I don't consider that to be like a quote that a lot of people remember from New Girl, but that was one that I got like fixated on because I thought that when I turned 29, like I'd have like a banger of a birthday party. And like just because of that New Girl episode. And Kim had told me that she was like, I don't know, this is probably when I was like 24. She's like, we'll make sure that you have a great birthday party when you're 29. And as 29 starts getting closer, I'm like, I don't know. Like,
I don't want it.
I don't want to do anything. I stayed in for my 29th and I think for my 30th as well. Kim made a good dinner, and it kills me that I can't remember. My memory is so bad.
We're like 4 months out from your guys' anniversary. August 20th, right?
Look at you, man. Yeah,
All right, cool.
8/20/22. When's yours?
Halloween, yo.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I knew that.
And your birthday is what? The 28th? Yeah, 28th September. Yeah. All right.
God damn it, dude.
I have a memory for useless crap. Uh, it's
When's your No, I have your birthday in my phone. That's cheating, but I know I have it in my phone.
October 21st, yo.
10/21.
It's funny. We have some friends. They're couple as well. That Liz went to college with, and their anniversary is in October, and his birthday is in October too. So he and I always kind of joke about like, well, we're just sacrificing our birthdays for our anniversaries.
Yeah, I'm really glad that so like I think I told you that this year. Kim's birthday is Valentine's Day.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Ooh,
Oh wow.
it makes things really difficult, man.
Yeah, you got to go all out.
It never feels like I'm doing enough. It never feels like there's enough. This year was, and for her 30th, this year is just like a week of celebrating. And I'm glad, like, she deserves it for sure, obviously. But yeah, this year I was like, yeah, that felt like that felt like enough.
Totally. All right.
Yeah, I'll be right back again.
No, you're good. Whoo-hoo, say a bomb. Say a bomb. Cue Mitch's kiddo from the Dingers podcast, Seiya, which remains my favorite home run celebration anytime Seiya hits one.
You got to keep getting up from the computer, huh?
Seiya. Smack the crap out of it.
I love him. I love Seiya.
All right. I'm on an early shift tonight, so I got to bounce here.
Oh, good, dude.
From our stream, but keep the stream going for as long as you want.
I'll keep it going for a little bit.
Yeah.
My goodness, it is pouring rain.
I feel like we're heading for a delay.
A delay, yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
as Beeks almost loses it right there.
Yeah, his pitches haven't been good, and I feel like that's why we're heading for a delay.
Could be good timing for. I'll keep the stream going until we know.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure. I'll see you Friday.
Friday 120, baby.
Friday 120. The only time it matters.
I don't know why your camera doesn't work.
Wait. We have to test the theory.
Go down and then back up. You're just not special like me, I guess. I don't know.
Dude, literally nothing.
So stupid.
Maybe my computer just thinks I'm ugly or something. I don't know. This sucks. One day I'll get a special effect.
One day.
All right. You have a good night. Go Cubs. Looks like we're holding in there, well on our way to another good performance from this team. So
go Cubbies, break out those brooms.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna hit a delay. They may have to resume tomorrow. This is oof. All right. Well,
on that note,
later.
Later, dude.
Bye.
All right, so solo. Keep things going for a little bit here. See if they enter a rain delay. We got Morel up to bat, 0-2 count right now. Spiked. Is it? Now it looks like it stopped raining. Or it's not as heavy. It's definitely not as heavy, but Beeks is got some dirt caked in his cleats, quite clearly. Anybody in the comments? Anybody in the comments section? Hit me up with questions. What are we seeing tonight? What are we liking? Obviously, say a dinger. We love that. And Jalen Beeks strikes out Belly and Morel. Oh, let's do a little fantasy team checking. Everybody always cares about your fantasy teams. Not great. Not great. OPS is fine. Average is not great. Still got Will Smith going tonight. Two 2-0 on Dan's. It was nice seeing that line drive from Dansby earlier tonight. Guys, I'll be honest. I may not be the biggest fansby of Dansby. I obviously his glove. Love his glove. I don't know. The bat. Let's see how he finishes up this at bat here. But I need to look up. Fly out to right field. Blackman's got it. Ends the fifth. Let me see here. I gotta look up. Look up Dansby's WRC plus last year. I bet it was like way better than I think it is. 104. So 4% above league average. He did not quite replicate his 2022 season. There's a piece out there that was done at The Athletic. I think it was Eno Saris and Ken Rosenthal. They were talking about the contract year theory, right? About whether that actually impacts a player's performance on the field. Anecdotally, like it feels like it does. You look at Dansby's 2022, it looks like that was his best season by WRC plus and WAR. Obviously the 2020 shortened season, WRC plus of 115 versus 116. But before 2020, he was below 100 on WRC plus in the previous 3 seasons. And in 2021, 99 WRC plus. So like offensively, I guess what I'm getting at is like I don't want Dansby to be. I don't want him to have to be a bat that the Cubs rely on offensively. Like I want this lineup to be constructed in a way that if Dansby is having a good season offensively, it's just a cherry on top. I think that's fair, right? Maybe that's what Jed wanted in constructing this team. We got another inning of Ben Brown, folks. Hap plays the ball off the wall from Stallings. Stallings stop at first? No. Been muting a lot tonight because I'm don't want to cough on air for all of my zero current viewers. I think it's Hirsch. I think it's just Hirsch on Twitch. That's fine. We're just hanging out. trying to get some highlights out of these live streams, maybe some fun stuff to share with you guys after the fact. And Brown is pulled. So final line for Ben Brown: 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. On a night like tonight, that's excellent. I mean, I think the stuff was playing pretty well. I'll have to go back and look at it, his sequencing a little bit more closely. But he brings that ERA down. And again, like Ian and I talked about last night on the stream, you just want the Cubs to go up against teams like the Rockies and win. Like the teams that they are supposed to beat, they need to beat to win this division, to be a serious contender. And when you bring up, your second best minor league pitching prospect in Ben Brown, and he's able to do this against the Rockies, and what I saw on the broadcast, it felt like 20 degrees there, raining, and he handles, albeit a weak lineup, but he handles it easily. That's what you need to see out of this team. And I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged by Ben Brown. I wonder if he's going to get a traditional start next time around. We saw the reports, Ian Happ throwing in the, or not Ian Happ, Justin Steele throwing in the outfield before Monday's game. But I think they're going to take it slow. But maybe it also depends on how Ben Brown performs. If Brown, who does he line up? He won't line up in the Dodgers series. So who do we play after that? Let's see here. No, that's not what I wanted to look at. Okay. So he'd line up to face the Padres in his next start. And that's in San Diego, which is a more pitcher-friendly ballpark. Frankly, I don't know how the Padres are doing to start the season. Let's see, the San Diego Dads. They are 500, it looks like. Just quickly eyeing that. I don't know, man. After tonight's outing, put Ben Brown up against a good offense. See how he does. Let him sink or swim. I think that's what they did against Texas, throwing him out there that second inning. I don't know if that comebacker hurt his performance at all, or affected his performance. But I want to see him get a start against the Padres next week. I think that's the way things are trending. See his pitch count tonight: 52 pitches, 37 strikes. Let's look at the StatCast breakdown here. Six swings and misses on 52 pitches. They don't have the CS. Oh, no, they do. 42% called strikes and whiffs. That's very good, folks. That's very, very good. But he only got whiffs on his curveball. 12 called strikes on the fastball, though. He was spotting the fastball really well tonight. So I don't know. I 2 changeups. I think that's been the biggest gripe for Ben Brown is what can he do? Does he have a pitch that works against opposite-handed hitters? You listen to someone like Nick Pollock of Pitcher List and Saris of The Athletic, and they'll say like, "Oh, I don't love a sweeper against opposite-handed hitters." Obviously, Ben Brown's is a curveball. It's got a little bit more depth than sweep to it. So I don't know, that plays maybe a little bit better. but you need something that kind of goes straight down or maybe breaks away even a little bit from the opposite-handed hitter. So hopefully he's able to work on that changeup. I'm excited to see what Ben Brown brings, and I really hope we get to see him start against the Padres next week to see if he's a guy that can stick in this rotation. I hope he is. Obviously, it's one of those things where, like, if the Cubs can make a starter out of Justin Steele, you got to believe they can do it out of a guy like Ben Brown too. I hope that he doesn't end up in the bullpen. And usually, a guy ends up in the bullpen if he's really good against the same-handed hitters only, or if he has control issues. So I don't feel like he had any control issues tonight. Only one walk. We already went over the strikes. 37 of 52 pitches for strikes. I like it. I like what I saw. Good first bulk outing from Ben Brown. Now, hopefully, we get to see his first MLB start next week. Lost track of my scorecard again. All I know is that Bryant hit a single. It's his first hit of the season. Good for KB, man. I want nothing but good things for Chris Bryant. Single and RBI. Excuse me. Ooh, that's a little embarrassing. Whatever. Is that Morel? Oh, no. The ball's wet. I'm not going to. Ball's wet on that play. I'm not going to hold that against him. It's rolling through the grass. It's slick. Damn. All right, gang. I'm going to end it. Thanks for everybody that tuned in. Catch us again Friday, 1:20 against the Dodgers. Los Angeles Shoheis, Los Angeles Mookies. We like Mookie better on this stream. At least I do. I think I can speak for Ian. Go Cubs, 5-2, top of the 6, 2 outs. A little wet out there at Wrigley, a little cold out there at Wrigley. I would not want to play in this. Hopefully they can close it out and secure the series sweep. Till Friday. Thanks for tuning in.